This property was acquired by my father, late engineer Ebenezer Olawale Faseun, in 1961. And we have lived here since then. So it's been over 60 years. We lived here. My father died in 2004. Shortly after he died, some so-called Omoniles now raised themselves and laid claim to this property. They made some fake documents, some fake papers. They went to a court in Aja, not even Ikeja, and filed a claim that the land belongs to them, a land that we've occupied for 60 years. Not only that, they are sponsored. These are land grabbers by a notorious land grabber in Lagos. His name is Tomori Williams. He's the one sponsoring them. Now, that case is before Justice Safari in Aja right now. They are waiting to see what happens in another situation that's brought about by someone they call Baba Ito. This Baba Ito, his name is James Omolaja Odumbaku. He calls himself a cardinal. He's the notorious land grabber. He was a chieftain in APC. This man in 2021, showed up at this property in the back here, brought Zone 2 police officers. They arrested all the guys on the premises. They locked them up, and they brought bulldozers and began to destroy what's back there. So I went to Zone 2 to file a petition against him. It went nowhere. I went to land grabbers against this man. My petition at land grabbers went nowhere. Only to find out a few months later that this man went and wrote a fictitious petition against me at land grabbers, saying that I'm the one that stole the land from him, a land that's been in my family for 60 years. The AG of Lagos State at the time now issued an arrest warrant for me, the owner of the land, based on his own petition that I should be arrested. So we've been fighting that. Now, suddenly now, the two of them, the two factions, the Gwaye and the Odumbaku faction, they are now getting together because they see that they cannot get anywhere. My land is well registered. They now join forces together with one chief of staff, I believe his name is Tayo Ayinde, and some other high officials in Lagos State. And their plan is to forcefully enter again. To forcefully enter using the land department, the building department. They want to come here and say that the things that we are using are not good, that they are not soft, so they can have reason to demolish buildings here. So I am urgently appealing to the governor of this state now. This is not the only land grabbing case in this state. This is not the only one. There's plenty of them, and these people are known people. They are notorious people. There's a situation recently that just came up. They called the man Ibile that was just arrested. This one that's funding my problems here, his name is Tomori Williams. They know these people. They have all police people at Alagbon that they're on their payroll. So I went to Alagbon, no avail. I've been to Zone 2, no avail. I've been to land grabbers, no avail. You tell me, what are the laws for?
The interest of the faction is nowhere in jeopardy. There's someone representing the factions. When they came in, legal arguments were raised before the judge that it's going to amount to abuse of court process if the old woman that is the wife is a wife to the claimant, the troublemaker's father, is already challenging. The woman is not defending her suit in her capacity as she's defending the interests of the entire factions. Fortunately for us, the judge reasoned along with us and struck out the case of this same man we're talking about. The court struck his case out, and I expected him to be a gentleman, give the old woman all their necessary support, put their house in order. It's a personal issue within the Fashion family, not our case. But instead of him doing that, he did not. He will bring in mobile police today, he will bring in OP Mesa tomorrow, and now I'm the soldiers. If your hands are clean, you should go to Equity full of pride and confidence. But if you're going to Equity with your dirty hands, you have problems. This is a man that had placed well over 10 encumbrances, 10 out of provocation, 10 out of perversion of justice, in the wheel of the clock of justice. You want to come fighting neatly. The next day you go fighting dirty. You are before a competent court of law. You've already sold. He's sold. And the people he sold to are giving him problem. He will sell run to the US. I want you, gentlemen of the press, to get this. It's a very highly emotional issue. But I need to be in my sanity to be able to address his madness. I'm sorry to use this word. But honestly, the man will provoke even the dumbest of dumps. Permit me to use that language. He sold the run to the US over a year ago. And we've been managing the person he sold to say, look, go and meet, you can't build. Because the case is in court. As of the time that he was in court, before his case was struck out, he had already sold.
You mean that same land?
That same man, that same land. He had sold. And please, just as my sons will always say, you want this house? You went to work, you came back, you met someone else in your house. Will you sit down and fold your arms? You should drive the person out before you come, because God forbid, small time now, they will start saying possession is 9/10 of the law. Before you can say Jacob, they were saying you slept over your rights, over your right. Lawyers will start blowing legal grammar, latches and acquiescence. Where were you when the man was doing this? We are honorable, responsible professionals. I've been in this my profession close to 30 years. I don't know how to sell rice. I don't know how to sell petrol. I don't know how to do bunkering. I don't know how to do bureau de change. The only work I've known how to do in my life is this land business. So I should be wise enough to run away from out of provocation of someone like this. So we just felt the best thing we need to do is to always meet him at every point, every stopping point in his moves. Another part of his provocation is bringing in the press. You are the same person that you are beating someone. The person is crying, and you are also crying that why should he be crying? You beat a child, the child is crying, and you are complaining that the child is crying. Let me just let you briefly into some of the antics of this Oyibo man that will cause trouble in Nigeria and run to the US. He's back now. I know. And please, let him know this, that I know he's back. Because he just sold another portion of this property to another person, possibly a military man, and in a bid to defend the money he had collected, he just came back now and he's using the money he had collected to fight dirty again.